When it comes to gaming phones, I love it when there's a physical trigger built into the phone. We first experienced this with the Black Shark 3 Pro last year, and those triggers were amazing, and I also named this as one of the best phones for the year 2020. And this year, on this day of recording, and for this review in particular, we only got the Black Shark 4 with us in the market. The Black Shark 4 Pro variant is still not available outside of China, but that's okay because the Black Shark 4 also has these magnetic triggers as well. So after spending about a month with the Black Shark 4, here are all of the things that I want to share with you regarding gaming. So the major highlight of the Black Shark 4 is of course this new magnetic triggers here, which is now controlled via physical push switches. It's no longer controlled via software like the Black Shark 3 Pro, which I truly like, and it is also customizable via software as well. Since this new trigger can be popped in and out at whatever screen that you are in, this means that you can also pop it off in the home screen, and then you can make it to do certain tasks like switching on flashlight for whatever reason. Actually, the task that you can customize these triggers to do outside of games is quite limited, and yet it is still very catered towards the China market. For example, you can pop off those triggers and then select the option to hop into Alipay, but Alipay seems to be only usable in China, so I don't know why this option is available for us global users. It would be much better if Black Shark just allowed us to literally customize these kind of triggers to do whatever task we want. For example, in my case, I would like this trigger to maybe turn on some of the smart lights in my room. That would be great. And another use for this trigger here is actually in the camera app. You can actually just use these triggers to take pictures. By default, this left trigger here is a countdown timer, 3-second countdown timer for the shutter. As for this right trigger here, it's an instant shutter. We can also head into the camera options menu to set these two triggers to do something else. For example, left trigger to zoom in and out, that's up to you. And the pictures coming out of the Black Shark 4, I would say it's decent enough, and the macro camera is really good because it is having an autofocusing lens. And I mean, this is actually a very good evolution path for these magnetic triggers. In the Black Shark 3 Pro, it was only good for gaming, but now you can use it outside of games as well, which just adds value to these kind of features. But when it comes to the main purpose of gaming, the Black Shark 4's trigger is, well, it does have a few notable differences when compared to the Black Shark 3 Pro's triggers. For example, the travel distance of this trigger here is shorter. It's not that noticeable, but it's definitely shorter if you compare them both side by side. And the clickiness is also a bit tighter on the Black Shark 4 as well. There's also one big feature that's not found on the Black Shark 4, which is the pressure sensitive screen. I got so used to it in the Black Shark 3 Pro to the point where when I play COD Mobile, I just press this part of the screen a bit harder to reload instantly, but this feature is not available on the Black Shark 4. Perhaps it's due to cost, or perhaps there's just not that many people using this feature, but I think it is still a great feature to have, even though I do find myself mispressing this part a bit too hard when I'm playing COD Mobile and I'm reloading accidentally during the time when I need to shoot. We also did a quick unboxing and showcase of the Black Shark 4 not long ago, so you can also check that out at the top right corner there. And after using the Black Shark 4 for so long, how's the gaming experience? Well, I can only tell you that I'm still loving the gaming experience that comes out of the Black Shark 4. Our unit here is with the Snapdragon 870 and 8 gigs of RAM plus 128 gigs of storage. And honestly speaking, I don't feel any excessive overheating or screen dimming issue like the Poco F3, which also uses the Snapdragon 870. That is because this phone is made to handle that chip properly. The screen size though, it has been shrunken down to 6.67 inch with a lower resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels in resolution, but it got upgraded to 144Hz refresh rate. That is in contrast with the 1440p resolution screen on the Black Shark 3 Pro, and also obviously a much larger screen as well. Other than that, it still uses an AMOLED screen with the same slew of features, for example DC dimming to prevent eye fatigue. And one thing I realized that it's a bit weird is the Black Shark 4, instead of using true front-facing stereo speakers, it's using a side-firing stereo speaker. So when I was playing COD Mobile on this phone, I do realize that I'm always just accidentally covering up the speaker, either the left or right side, but there is a headphone jack if you need it. Okay, so with those major things out of the way, I just want to highlight some other tiny little things really quickly. The battery on the Black Shark 4 is a 4500 mAh battery. It doesn't last that long at 144Hz, but that is to be expected. The Black Shark 4 retail unit comes with a 67 watt charger and it can charge from 15 to 100% in just 25 minutes. The Black Shark 4's design though is also not as gaudy as the Black Shark 3 series of smartphones, and it doesn't have RGB as well. As you can see here, the Black Shark 3 has it, but the Black Shark 4 does not. And the Black Shark 4 also comes with HDMI output over Type-C, so you can stream your games using this phone as well. And all in all, the Black Shark 4 is still a fantastic gaming phone. What I truly worry about is the software side of things, because as far as we know, Black Shark is still using Joy UI, which is essentially a branch of Xiaomi's MIUI. The Black Shark 4 is currently running on Joy UI 12.5, which is fine. The update is on 23rd of April 2021. It's definitely not the latest, but it's not really that old either. But for the Black Shark 3 Pro though, this phone has not been updated since 2nd February 2021. And this phone is not cheap, yet Black Shark seems to have dropped support for a phone that's barely a year old, and that's just saddening. Also, the Black Shark 3 Pro, if you plan to pick it up after a year's time, it's still a good phone, but do remember that the software side of things is just disappointing. And the Black Shark 4, back to this phone. It's out in the market right now for just the starting price of 1,999 ringgit. It's a fantastic price for what it has to offer, and you can even get it on Maxis Zerolution as well, which is, yeah, their bundle is kind of weird. They give you the split type trigger as well, but this phone already has this. Why do you need another set of triggers? Anyway, if you have any questions about the Black Shark 4 or the Black Shark 3 Pro, or just any sort of comparison between those two phones, you can leave your comments down in the comment section below. We'll be happy to answer them as well. And if you want to learn more between these two phones, the ROG Phone 5 and the Black Shark 4, do check out our future video. And that's all we have for you today. We'll see you guys in the comparison between these two phones.